guys, going to talk to you about ground strokes today. So keep in mind that anytime that we hit a ground stroke, the preparation and the organization has to be like a math equation, meaning things have to be correct from start to finish. Starting with getting the paddle back to set and then giving yourself enough time to make contact, getting all your weight in that whole kinetic chain flowing with the ball. Main common tendencies that I see as people hit ground strokes are people using too much wrist, standing too upright, using too much upper extremities, not sinking in their legs, not finding their most athletic self. I see people making contact too early and not having enough time to really load and coil and then use that kinetic chain going at the ball. So let's focus on giving ourselves enough time, okay? So after we've served, we're gonna look to reposition, get back, give ourselves plenty of time, and then we're gonna start in like a ready position here. As the ball comes, we're gonna go to set position, okay? So I'm going from ready to set. Set would be the paddles back here, butt caps facing at the ball. All the load is on my back foot. I'm getting all my weight transfer going at the ball. I'm leading with my belly button. But main thing is getting to set position, getting everything organized, using this back foot as my load foot, and then getting all my weight going forward, getting this whole kinetic chain flowing at the ball. So think about if you can make that one unit, or you know, for example here, if I had strings tied up from my wrist and my hips and my whole body, I should focus on trying to keep all those strings intact and letting all those pieces flow as one unit. I'm gonna show the backhand as well. So that was the forehand side. Backhand side, same sort of idea. Letting the ball come to me, getting set, getting organized. I would say that on the backhand as well, I'm going to extreme continental. So if you guys like using your roll volley with your one-handed backhand, or if you just got comfortable with this one-handed backhand, it's probably going to make sense to want to drive your one-handed backhand. So I'm getting the continental, I'm getting set, getting turned, getting organized, looking over this dominant shoulder, loading off my back foot, getting all my weight going forward onto this front foot. The only thing that is a little different with the one-handed backhand here is that as I make contact, I'm using this back arm to kind of open up some space, and this is like my main balancing point. So if you guys are looking to have a one-handed backhand like a Roger Federer, focus on getting organized, getting turned, getting everything all flowing together, and then opening up your chest there at the very end. So we just talked about the forehand, just talked about the backhand. This segment is a bit more technique heavy just because there's so many little pieces taking place. So I would say there is definitely a myth in pickleball, and the myth is that you should not use your two-handed backhand. If you take a look at Simone Jardim, take a look at Lucy Kovalova, you take a look at all the best females in the game, what are they all doing? They're all using their two-handed backhand. So if you were an ex-tennis player that maybe loved your two-handed backhand and you're not using it now, or maybe you're a player that just simply doesn't have enough power with using a one-handed backhand, it would make sense to want to use that other hand. So keep in mind, if you're going to use a two-handed backhand, your non-dominant arm, which I'm a righty here, so my non-dominant would be my left. My left arm is going to be my main user. Okay, so left arm is my main user, and then my right arm is just kind of there to hang on for the ride. So as I hit my two-handed backhand here, the right hand is almost off of the handle. I would say the handle kind of lines up in like the middle of my hand, so half of my hand is kind of hanging off. So that gives my left hand plenty of room to come on the handle here. Okay, so sometimes I may have a finger up, sometimes I may even have two fingers. Okay, I don't use a two-handed backhand. I use a one-handed backhand. But know that based off how much room you have, you're either going to be throwing one finger up or maybe even two, okay? But I'm going to start in ready position. I'm gonna turn, get to set position. See how I bring the shoulders back? I kind of put it in like this little holster here. And then I'm pushing with my left arm, getting some good usage and getting some good extension with that left. Right's just kind of there to hang on for the ride. And then my left is fully taking over and extending. See the same natural tendency in my hips. I'm coiling and then I'm uncoiling, okay? You take a look at some of the best players in the world that drive really well, and usually it looks very effortless, but it all starts with getting organized, giving yourself enough time, and then getting all those little pieces working together. Groundstroke drill here. Coach Jim is going to be established, or he's going to be stationed at the kitchen line. He's going to be on the right side of the court. My job is I'm going to be at the baseline. I'm going to be hitting ground strokes back to Jim, who's on the right side of the court. He's going to be moving me with his punch volleys. Great drill for me to work on movement with hitting ground strokes. Great drill for this man to be working on using his punch volley, but moving me around with his punch volley. His main focus is depth. We could set up cones here, we could set up paddles, or I could just tell him to keep the freaking ball deep. But his main focus is depth and moving me around. My job is getting my feet in the correct position, making contact with that ground stroke, and then looking to recover, okay? Great movement drill for me as well. Coach Jim, you ready here? Nice. Good, Jim's moving me. I'm getting my feet in the correct position here. Sorry. Good. Something I'm focused on in this movement drill, because it happens pretty quick, or my time gets taken away, because obviously Coach Jim is at the kitchen line and he's hitting a volley. But with that being said, my job is to be very alert after I make contact, and my job is to be very explosive with my first step. That way I can get my feet in the correct position. So just know that in this drill, it's very difficult to continue to drive, because just the time is cut down. So just really focus on being eager, being hungry, and being very alert after you make contact, with getting your feet in the correct position, and then just being explosive out of your first step so you can get to the next one, okay? Turning, getting sideways, getting to set. Now Coach Kyle is going to be seeing a ball. I will not be saying unit, turn, and set. It should be automatic now. Ready here, bud? Okay, first ball here. Good. Getting his feet around it, feet around it, feet around it. Good, feet around it. Okay, short, nice and condensed. Very good, back of the baseline, nice and condensed, up. Good, very good. We'll do 2 sets, same thing here. Ready, and go. Good, look at the take back. You know, he's obviously, it's nice and fluid. It's not too tight. He's still got some range of motion. This is when it gets a little bit more condensed. Okay, again. Beautiful.
Here we go. And we're gonna see Tyson show us how that forehand is made. Here we go. We got one here, another one here. Look at the preparation, look at the balance. Look at the little steps for balance before he goes. Okay, short ball here, up to it, control the take back, all the way back. We're gonna have another short ball here. Here we go, up to it. Very nice, look at that. Look at that roll.
Okay guys, game here is gonna be, Coach Jim is gonna be acting like the returner. He's gonna feed a return. Notice that he's gonna be feeding a return from the kitchen line. My job is to be driving a third ball drive, and then I'm looking to address and assess based off of what he does with his fourth ball, and we're playing the point out. So game is, he's feeding a cooperative return, I'm driving a third ball, and we're gonna play the point out. Game to 7. A couple things here, it's rally scoring, as with all of our games. If Jim here were to let my drive go long, and he should be looking for that, if he were to let it go long, he would not only get 1 point, but he would get 1 more. So he would get 2 out of that. Plain and simple, if you are feeding a return, your job is to be punching on your fourth ball volley, or if you recognize that the drive is coming with some serious pace and it's high, please work on your tracking ability and work on letting it go long, okay? Okay, Jim here is feeding, I'm driving, playing it out. Okay, points live. Okay, I missed it. I call that a good miss by Jim. Okay, score at 0-1. Drive. Okay. So on my drive there, I was able to find his dead space shoulder. So think about if you're looking to drive, think about finding uncomfortable spots on your opponent's body to drive to, like dead space shoulder, or maybe zone 1 and zone 4, not zone 2 and zone 3. Zone 4 and zone 1. Go ahead. 1-1. Okay, very good. Score is 1-2. Yeah, good, nice, Jim. 1-3. Driving. Okay, Jim missed it wide. That point goes to me. Score would be 3-2. Okay, Jim let that go long. Very nice. 4-2. Okay, here we go, playing the point out. Last one here, last one here. Very nice, good.